Welcome to this lesson on converting your existing menu. Often, a few small changes to an existing dish can make it accessible to flexitarians, vegans, vegetarians, and other plant-based eaters. So why not modify those dishes? It can only boost sales. The first step in this would be ingredient analysis. That is simply reading the labels. You might find, for example, and my personal pet peeve, is finding egg or milk in the breading of onion rings. Those ingredients are unnecessary, and you'll be able to find or make plant-based breading easily. Sometimes animal ingredients are hidden in the most ridiculous places. For example, some bottled orange juice has dairy added to it. To help you out, here is a list of the most common animal ingredients hidden inside that are unnecessary. Vitamin D is usually made from sheep's wool, although plant-based sources are available. Gelatin, which most people know is an animal product. L-cysteine, often found in breads, is from animal hair. Egg, milk, or its isolates like whey, lactose, casein, ghee. Butter or lard can easily be replaced with coconut oil or responsibly sourced palm oil, as they're both solid at room temperature. Honey, which some plant-based people don't have an issue with, but again, if you can use another sweetener, then it will just be more accessible to everyone overall. Omega-3 from fish oil is sometimes added to different oils, although some omega-3s are plant-based. Isinglass from fish bladders is used in certain wine production, but many wine producers don't use it as well. Confectioner's glaze in candies often includes insect ingredients. These are the most common, but if you're unsure about an ingredient, in the toolkit of the course, I've included a link in this lessons section to a website that has a comprehensive listing that you can check against. After you've identified the animal ingredients in your existing menu, you can start to explore the alternatives and see what you can make plant-based easily. For example, in soups, a stock with animal ingredients can be replaced with a vegetable or mushroom stock. A stir-fry could use tofu, as that's a traditionally appropriate ingredient instead of chicken. And for milks, there's not really any reason to have dairy anymore. Globally, 65% of people have the reduced ability to digest lactose after weaning, so anytime you use dairy, a lot of people end up feeling a little worse off after the meal. They may not know why, as most people don't realize they have problems digesting dairy. But regardless, if they don't feel great after eating your food, they'll be less likely to revisit. Many countries now have extensive plant-based alternatives you can experiment with. If you don't want to ditch dairy entirely, then you can have those plant-based milk options like you see in coffee chains. And now we can create what we call stealth vegan or plant-based dishes, where some plant-based replacements are so excellent that people can't tell the difference anyway, like this example of impossible meat. Another example for Asian cuisine is omni meat as a minced pork replacer. Overall, as you decide what can be made plant-based or not, if you decide something cannot be, you can consider adding options instead. For example, here's a restaurant with a Hainanese chicken rice in two options. One that's more traditional, and another with all plant-based substitutes. If you have a salad menu, I suggest you make all your dressings and salads 100% plant-based. And then if you feel you need animal-based ingredients, have them be optional add-ons that they pay X amount more for per egg, per chicken breast, etc. After you've modified your menu, there's some more considerations for reducing animal products. These are blended products. For example, here we have 50% plant-based and 50% animal-based combined together. This is still appealing to flexitarians, although it will not work for vegans and vegetarians. Decreasing the amount of animal products, if you can't eliminate them entirely, still has benefits on the environment, animal welfare, and health. This can also be done in-house, where you mix vegetables, grains, or legumes with meat to create original combinations. Another example, going back to stir-fry, is doing a 50% tofu, 50% chicken stir-fry if you think tofu alone won't work in your market. After reducing the animal products, you may also want to consider the sourcing of the animal products you continue to sell. For example, if you have environmental concerns, you may choose to ensure your beef does not come from South America, where it is the primary cause of Amazon rainforest deforestation. Or if you're concerned about overfishing, you may look for more sustainable sourcing. If you have animal welfare concerns, you may wish to source cage-free eggs or chicken. When going down this route, it's important to realize that most of these terms are not regulated, so you'd want to independently research the actual practices and see if they match what you consider to be higher welfare or sustainable. So that being said, the focus of this course is on creating plant-based dishes. So the key point is, in addition to creating plant-based dishes, modifying existing dishes on your menu can easily add more plant-based options. There are many ways you can go about this, but if you want a template to get you started, this one, including an example, is in the course toolkit.